and welcome to Repertory Company Theater's RCT360. And today it's episode 26. We're so glad to have you here. Just like and comment and let us know that you're here. I'm Deidre Sherm.
I'm Laura Alley.
And I'm Rachel Ratcliffe.
And today, if you haven't noticed, we're all wearing our pink because it's October. And today we're celebrating all things October. So before we get started, ladies, take a look at this.
Ladies, you'll have a hard time escaping the color pink in October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. From firefighters to sports teams, you'll find a lot of people wearing pink for this annual campaign, which is put on by the National Breast Cancer Foundation to increase awareness of this disease. You can help increase awareness by having a Wear Pink Day and post pictures on your social media pages. By uniting as a community that recognizes the value of all women, we can work together to make sure every woman has access to education, screening, treatment, support, and hope, regardless of her circumstances.
So I love that we're all in our pink and supporting each other and taking good care of ourselves, ladies, right?
Absolutely. And I will have you know, Deidre, that I recently joined a very good club. I had my first mammogram a couple of weeks ago. A little late to the party, but I got there. And let me tell you, it was nothing. It was easy, and I feel so much better after it's done. So, easy peasy, booby squeezy, as they might say. And no one says besides me, but whatever.
Maybe that's what I'll say next time. I'm so glad that you joined the club. So way to go, Rachel. Laura, what do you have for us?
Well, October obviously has a lot of things going on, and something that it happens every October would be homecoming. And it's actually going to look a little different this year for many students. Many high schools are rethinking homecoming in light of COVID-19. Richardson High School is limiting game attendance to family of team members only and hold a virtual pep rally and canceled the homecoming dance. And for the Covenant School of Dallas, students will be splitting up and celebrating homecoming grade by grade. And some schools are keeping traditions alive by creating socially distant space for mum and garter exchanges. And all in all, if students want to celebrate the season this year, they'll have to do it on their own. And many students are still dressing up, celebrating with friends, creating their own sort of homecoming, or as the kids like to call it, no-co. Rachel?
Well, no-co or not, October is a month of festivities. There are so many special days in October. And I mean, everyone knows Halloween. But do you know about some of these? October 10th, National Angel Food Cake Day. I know. And I love angel food cake. Give me some strawberries and angel food cake. I'm a happy gal. October 12th, it's National Gumbo Day, y'all. Yeah. Now, October 16th, National Liqueur Day. So for a little snifter of your favorite liqueur. The 22nd is Eat a Pretzel Day. I will do that. I like them soft, I like them hard, I like all pretzels pretty much equally. And then the 26th, just to get you ready for Halloween, is National Pumpkin Day. And that is a great segue into a very exciting contest that we have to announce, which is the Repertory Company Theater Pumpkin Decorating Contest, which is taking place this month. Now, there are two categories, the carving category and the decorating category. So if you want to paint a pumpkin or bejewel a pumpkin or make a statue of pumpkins, you're going to be in the decorating part of the contest. So here's how it works. You have from now until October 29th at 4 p.m. Decorate your pumpkin. Take a picture of your pumpkin. Send your pumpkin picture to RCT. Now, there can't be cheating. Don't go and get a picture of your pumpkin off of Pinterest. That's not fair. We can't accept a picture of a blurry pumpkin. So send us a good pumpkin picture from either this year or we will accept last year to us by 4 p.m. on October 29th. We will judge your pumpkins, and there's a very exciting array of prizes. There's car detailing, gift certificates, all manner of super duper cool things. So participate, it's gonna be fun.
Wow. I know my kids are going to want to enter that, but I mean, we've got pink and pretzels and pumpkins. I don't know how October could get any better, except with a lovely quarantine confessional. Rachel, are you ready to take it away? Go ahead.
Thank you, Deidre, and welcome once again to another episode of Quarantine Confessions. Come closer. Closer. Oh, no, definitely not that close. Okay, everyone. I am on the bandwagon for the excitement of fall and the wonder of October. October is probably one of my very favorite months, if not the favorite month of the year. The temperature is nice. There's lots of fun things to do. But looking backwards, I think we could all agree that the year 2020 has been, oh no, not good. But I have great news for you, everyone. 2020 is about to be over. And actually, before you think, because, and hear me out here, I think 2020 actually started in October of last year. Here's my theory. So October is usually this great month, but last October, kind of some crummy things started happening. Mid-month, I lost my beloved 17-year-old schnoodle that was my very, very best furry friend. Approximately 7 days after that, a tornado came down my street. Now, after that, even into the hospital or into the holidays, things didn't really get much better. And then I think we all know what happened like January to September, October. So here's the deal. I think that 2020 just started in October, which means, hey, congratulations and Happy New Year, guys. We're almost to 2021. We're practically there. So if you see me having a big New Year's Eve party another couple of weeks, it's because I am ready to celebrate 2021 and you are invited. And that is my quarantine confession.
Rachel, I stand with you. I say even Rachel for president with that kind of platform. I'm on board. Thank you so much. And now let's head over to Laura and In the Spotlight. Take it away, Laura.
My In the Spotlight guest this week is someone who has kept the spirit of football alive during the pandemic. Please welcome to our webcast, Travis Burnett. Hi, Travis.
Hello.
Thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
First of all, we'd like to know if you could tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
Sure. So my name is Travis Burnett. We run the Flag Football World Championship Tour, which is, in a nutshell, it's a tournament series for the sport of flag football that we run, nationwide, youth and adult.
Nice. And what inspired you to make football a business?
I was a player. I still am. I play locally, and I participated in these national, tournament events, and I just saw a need for kind of developing the sport a little bit more, and bringing some more, showmanship to it. Sponsors. We started working with tournaments that already existed, helping them, and then we started running our own tournaments. They kind of exploded, and then we're, kind of developed since.
Nice. And obviously we're in the middle of a global pandemic, and obviously this has probably changed your business. What are some of the things that have changed for you guys?
We were fortunate enough to not be hit too hard. We did have to cancel a couple smaller events. We were able to get some of our larger events off the ground, but those did look, significantly different. I mean, the gameplay itself, we were still able to, functionally play the game almost the way we did before, but a lot of the before, after, fans participating, we had to spread them out, wear masks, go digital with a lot of our training, a lot of our captains meetings, draft, some things along those lines, and just kind of adjusted as everybody has.
Nice. And I am married to a football player, so I actually know the answer to this question, but some people may not know. What are the differences in the NFL football game and then competitive flag football?
So flag football is definitely a more non-contact sport. So in tackle football, you have pads, you have helmets, you have full contact on a full size field and all this kind of stuff. In flag, we essentially have anything from 4-on-4 all the way up to 9-on-9, like amount of players playing the other team in a more non-contact style on a smaller field in general.
And you guys have a very, very big tournament coming up, and Halloween weekend in Vegas. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, sure. So and we're going to be in Mesquite, just right outside of Vegas, and we have about around 200 teams that'll be traveling in, youth all the way up to adults from all over the country, and all different styles and age groups and divisions, and it's going to be a lot of fun right over Halloween weekend, and definitely looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, Travis, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us a little bit of information about, kind of what's going on in the world of football. I know the pandemic has changed a lot with sports and everything, so it's nice to know that businesses like yours are still thriving and doing well.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for having me, and I appreciate having us on.
Thank you. Thanks for the time.
All right, you too.
Thanks so much, Laura. It was great to hear from Travis. I'm glad that his business is doing well. It's so fun to see some sports being able to happen, kind of a little bit of normalcy coming back.
No, it almost, when I see something like that, it almost makes me feel like maybe I should become an athlete. But then I also sometimes I think, I also want to try crystal meth. But then I think, probably best not to do it.
Well, if you're looking for advice, Laura, if you're going to do one or the other, I would definitely go athlete over crystal meth, but maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be the healthier choice.
Reason why Rachel should lead us. Thank you so much, Rachel. And while you're running for president, please, could you also just go ahead and take care of that daylight saving times thing? That would be great.
You know what? Yeah, that'll be my issue number one. That thing stinks.
And Halloween lands on a weekend, Friday or Saturday night. It can alternate between the two.
If we can set the day of Thanksgiving, why can't we set the actual day of the week of Halloween? Come on, people, this is not hard.
I agree.
I feel like RCT360 is changing the world by solving its problems. Well, while we're on that, why don't you solve a few problems for us, Rachel? Tell us, who's going to be the winner of trivia? Help us find out. Take it away.
Thank you, Deidre. And now it is time for another glorious installment of Broadway Trivia. This week's guest is very special. She is a current Repertory Company Theater member and will be featured on stage very, very soon in our new production of Dracula. Please welcome to Broadway Trivia, Miss Jessica Cope. Hello, Jessica. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Rachel?
Doing delightful. Now tell everybody, who are you playing in Dracula? Is it Dracula?
It is not Dracula.
Okay.
Unfortunately. I am playing Birdie and also a child's voice. So.
Well, that's good. That works. Now, yes, this is a radio theater play production, so you get to see all sorts of ins and outs that you wouldn't see in a normal play. So y'all come see it. I've heard awesome things about rehearsals. So, Jessica, I don't know how familiar you are with Broadway trivia, but here's a few things that I want to make sure that you know. Okay. Number one, this lady over here, she's a beast. She's a Broadway trivia beast. So you need to be on your game, in a good way. Okay. But I'm going to need a sound or emotion from you to let me know that you know the answer to the question that I'm asking. Do you have a sound that you might be able to make to let me know? Your buzzer sound, as it were? You can just be, hey.
I could go, woo! Make it more exciting.
There you go. Or you can throw in your child voice, to preview it a little bit for the people here at home. Laura, what about you? Are you shaking your QC thing this week?
Yeah. Visual and sound.
It works every single time. Now, another thing you need to know, Jessica, is if you know the answer before I finish the question, go ahead, jump in with your woo sound, because let me tell you, this one most certainly will jump in as well. So
good to know.
It's five questions. They're more or less, since we're talking about October, we're going to talk about being in school, high school, cool things like that, because that's what I came up with this week. Are you ready for question number 1? Doesn't matter. Here it goes.
Great.
This 2018 Tony-nominated musical focused on a very important high school dance and currently has a film adaptation in the works. All right. I think that was Laura. Laura,
Yes.
what you got?
The Prom.
The Prom is correct. Kind of surprised me on the film adaptation. I thought, okay, and it's Ryan Murphy, so it's Glee, American Horror Story guy, and it's got flippin' Meryl Streep in it.
Oh, wow.
All right, I'm on board.
I know, like I'm here for the Prom now. I wasn't sure, but now I'm totally here for the Prom, regardless of whether or not it brings up painful memories for me. We'll go into that at a different time. That's not for you, Jessica. Sorry. All right. Well, going ahead, let's just move on to question number 2. Oh my God, you guys, if you want to go to law school at Elle Woods, okay, Laura.
Would this be Legally Blonde?
No, it's not, Smarty Pants, because you didn't listen to the whole
All right,
question.
Kate Lynch. You watch The Weakest Link, she'll yell at you if you answer the question.
That's also true. That is also true. So let me finish the question, Jessica. You have a chance to steal on this one.
Awesome.
If you want to go to the same law school as Elle Woods did in Legally Blonde, where would you go, Jessica?
You would go to Harvard University.
Harvard Law School is correct. That's a point for Jessica. Maybe you should think a little bit more about buzzing in so early next time, Laura.
Zip it, Jane Lynch.
So close.
All right. Question number 3. Dewey Finn is a sketchy substitute in this 2015 Andrew Lloyd Webber musical.
Woohoo!
Oh, Jessica.
School of Rock.
Correct. Very good. Doesn't it shock you every single time? Exactly. Doesn't it shock you every single time that you hear that that's Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what threw me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I did it on purpose. I made it a little bit tricksy because of that. Because, yeah, I mean, it's like no one's wearing like a Phantom mask or like dressed as a cat on roller skates. So it doesn't fit. But anyway, I'm sure it's a lovely show. All right, question number 4. So Jessica, ahead 2-1. The teenagers of Greece, and also Greece too, attended this fictitious high school. Laura, you learned your lesson on that one. You waited.
Good question. Rydell High.
Rydell High is correct. Very good. Very good. The oldest teenagers like in the history of man. Like we kid about playing young on stage, but they really stretched it.
Well, they were crusty. Yep.
Yeah, they were crusty. And my Pomeranian thinks so as well. All right, ladies, this is exciting. We are tied. We are tied 2-2. All the marbles come down to this last question. Question number 5. Famous, Jessica. Question number 5. Where I give you song lyrics in the voice of a pirate that sounds slightly Irish, and you tell me the name of the song and the show that it's from. Look, Jessica, we don't want to do it, but we have to do it. We have to do it. Like, there's actually some talk now that there's going to be like city ordinances that require us to do it, because we started to push back and they're like, no, this has to happen. The people want it so much. So, I mean, not to put any pressure on you, but it's question number 5, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's start from the very beginning. A very good place. Yeah, okay, I think that was Laura.
That would be Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music.
Nice. Very good. You are correct. Laura remains our Broadway Trivia champion, but it doesn't really matter. Jessica, you did extremely well. You did extremely well.
A little bit. I'm sweating. Oh, sweating.
That's how you know it's good. You know it's, when there's flop sweat, you know it's good.
When I'm juicing, it's good.
Jessica, we look forward to seeing you in Dracula. If you need me to come and do any of my amazing accents and dialects for the show, just let me know. I will do that for you.
Yes,
but in the meantime,
let me know.
Thank you. But in the meantime, we will see you another day. Back to you, Deidre.
Yay, Jessica. Yay, Laura. When you have two great ladies like that, it's hard to even root for either one of them. So you're both winners, no matter how it all worked out. Well, now we're getting ready to head back to Laura. Hope you're ready to give us a little Whatcha. What you got?
Welcome to Whatcha, my segment where I give you recommendations on things to try, things to do, things to buy. We start with always with our Were You Watching trivia question. The trivia question for this week's episode is, what office do Laura and Deidre feel like Rachel should hold? The first person to answer correctly in the comments below will receive an awesome prize because we want to know where you're watching. Next up on Whatcha is another Whatcha watching. It is football season, and how about a little tailgate party? But before you stop me on tailgate party, how about setting up a tailgate party in your yard or driveway? I know all of my neighbors have brought all of their outdoor furniture into their front yard in my cul-de-sac so that everyone is hanging out and doing things more together. This is nice to do a tailgate in your yard because you have all the conveniences at home within your reach. You got to continue to be cautious, not gathering too tightly with your selected guests or neighbors. You got to set some rules for everyone. Wearing masks when serving food is very important. Keeping gatherings small so people have enough space to social distance, and practice strict kitchen hygiene. That's very, very important. Maybe individually packaged items to serve. No double dipping. So a buffet style spread is not the best. General Mills is celebrating football season with Tailgate Nation. Visit their website for great homegate tips and recipes. So that's what we got for Whatcha. Back to you, Deidre.
Thank you, Laura. You have been like really helpful, or some really great ideas for the last couple of weeks. It's almost like a Dear Abby. In fact, I think that we should have a little Dear Laura section. So for all of you who are watching, if you have a question that you would like to get some advice from Laura what to do, why don't you put it right below in the comments or send it into RCT360.com and let us know. What would you like to ask Laura that she could answer? I have a few questions myself.
I love this idea.
Wouldn't that be great?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. We'll look forward to that next week. But ladies, can you believe it? This week is done. We've come to the end of our show.
It goes so fast.
That's great. Now, one of the great things that we're looking forward to, as Rachel mentioned before, is our pumpkin carving and decorating contest. Now, if you are in need of a pumpkin, there are plenty of places around the DFW area that you can pick it up. I'm sure John's going to put that up right now, so take a look. One of my favorite places we talked about was Arapahoe Methodist Church. That's right there in Richardson at the corner of Coit and Arapahoe, but you can see that list. Pick up your pumpkins. Most of these places are supporting some really great causes. So get your pumpkin and get your pictures in. Who's next?
Don't forget, like we said, to send a picture of your decorated or carved pumpkin to rcttheater@aol.com because we want you to win one of those prizes. Rachel.
Yes, and thank you, ladies. In honor of RCT Theater's upcoming production of Dracula, October 16th through the 25th, I would like to close with a couple of jokes. Deidre and Laura, why doesn't Dracula have any friends? Well, honestly, he's a real pain in the neck.
I thought you were going to say because he sucks.
Well, that would have worked too. But all right. And then closing with the bang. What happened to Dracula when he uploaded illegal content to YouTube? Account suspended.
Why does your Dracula voice always sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, I don't know. I think that Austria is like Transylvania adjacent, isn't it? It's kind of in that part of the world.
Ish.
Well,
And until Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Dracula, I will continue to do that voice. That is a promise, people.
well, that's wonderful. I'm so glad we're up to date. I want to let everyone know that we'll be back. And until then, I am
You are.
We are
T.
RCT.
We'll be back. I want to
I'll be back. I want to suck your blood.
Yes, so it's wearing pink time, ladies. And if any of you would like to donate to the National, I'm so sorry, but
Breast
what are they
Cancer
called again?
Awareness.
What the National Breast Cancer
National Breast
Foundation?
with National Breast Cancer Foundation.
Thank you. Sorry. I think officially episode 26, biggest train wreck for RC.
That's the episode we just jumped the shark. That shark doesn't be jumped.
Oh, when you mentioned crystal meth, it goes downhill.
I like your hair up like that, Deidre. It's cute.
Looks so cute.
It's very Lucille Ball-ish.
It is.
It is very Lucille Ball.
Ricky! Ricky!
We all love Lucy.
It was easy peasy, booby squeezy, and just made that one up on the fly.
There she kisses.
That is the
Yeah.
breakfast of champions. You know, those are really good if you put them in the freezer.
Oh.
I like them in the freezer
Oh.
with a glass of milk. Right? They're
There's
so
so
good.
many. There's so many chocolate things that are good in the freezer. Let's see.
I like a
Reese's
Hershey.
peanut butter cups.
Yes, anything that's a little cold is good. Just gives it that, I don't know, crunch.
The peppermint patties.
Yes, anything cold. I love it.
Girl Scout Thin Mints.
Those Dove chocolates, because they tend to be a little soft if you chill them a little bit. Good.
Pretty much any chocolate in the freezer is my friend.
Good.
I don't know why I just said that about crystal meth, but it just came.
You know, it was a train wreck, but it was cute. It was.
It's very funny. It's
Very
so
funny.
bad.
Oh, Hershey Kiss. Look at that.
Kind of
That's
looks like a poop emoji. Can y'all see this shadow on my face that goes right there?
a little bit, but not
Right there.
really noticeable.
Not that bad on our end.
Yeah.
That is my avocado oil bottle holding up my phone. Rachel, I stand with you. I say we start in October. 5, 4.
This has been a hard week, and I needed this. So
I know
thank you,
you're
ladies.
funny today. You're funny today, Rachel.
You could
Just slappy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and crystal meth. What's
I
better?
know.
You know, it's the best episode ever.
Yes.
Goodbye. Don't forget to vote for Rachel.